Bienvenidos a nuestro webinar número 13 de la empresa RFID. En esta ocasión estamos presentando a una nueva marca. Esta se llama Technology Solution o bien TCL. Y nos está acompañando el director general de esta empresa, el doctor David Evans. Nos va a estar compartiendo acerca de su portafolio de productos. Y bueno, esperemos les agrade este nuevo producto que estamos introduciendo en la marca. Les comentamos que este webinar será en inglés. Al final, como ya saben, los que nos vienen siguiendo mes con mes, la dinámica es la siguiente. Vamos a estar observando la presentación que el doctor David Evans nos va a estar mostrando y daremos unos minutos al final para que puedan ustedes enviarnos mediante el chat sus preguntas y estaremos interactuando con el doctor para que podamos disolver sus dudas o bien sus preguntas acerca del producto. Muy bien, David. David. Vamos a dar unos minutos. Sí, David.
Good morning. Yes, good morning.
Welcome to RFID.
Thank you.
Okay, at this moment, I share the microphones for you to present your brand, okay?
Sure. And can you share my screen now?
Sí. Ready?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. Okay, can you see a banner page?
Yes.
Good. All right. Welcome everybody this morning. I wanted to give you a little bit of an introduction to Technology Solutions, a company in the UK. And we specialize in UHF RFID readers, and our specialism really, I suppose, to differentiate us from the rest of the market is very much that we can work with absolutely any operating system and any host terminal, tablet or laptop device. So just a very quick background. We were formed in 1993. We supply exclusively through distribution partners and system integrators, VARs and ISVs. We do not sell to end users, so we are completely channel focused in how we bring product to the market. We have more than 400 active customers around the world. These are just a few of them that you can see on screen here. And we sell to over 45 countries around the globe. And in Mexico, our chosen distribution partner is Compra RFID. So yes, once again, thank you for the opportunity to talk to your partners and customers. So although I mentioned that our specialism is in UHF RFID, we do also cover high-frequency RFID and low-frequency RFID. But what I want to talk about today is just the UHF RFID, which is where we've seen the greatest pickup and growth in all sectors, in all verticals and in all geographies. And truly believe that UHF RFID, passive RFID, has come of age and has many very compelling applications. So to introduce you quickly to the Bluetooth readers, there's three main readers in the product range which I want to concentrate on. All of them share the same differentiators, if you like, in the marketplace, in that they work with any Bluetooth enabled device. So whether that's a consumer smartphone which has Bluetooth, or whether it's a consumer tablet or a ruggedized tablet like a Panasonic tablet, or a laptop or a desktop. So hardware-wise, we can work with absolutely any host platform, and then we're also able to work with any of the operating systems associated with those platforms. So obviously we work with Android. We also, all our products work with iOS for Apple devices, and then we also work with all forms and flavors of Microsoft. The modular design of these products does enable, a wide variety of applications to be addressed, and even where the end user perhaps has a deployment of handheld devices and simply wants to add UHF RFID to their operation, they can do that without necessarily having to replace all handheld terminals. So it makes for a very compelling return on investment case. And then all of this would be of no use unless we really did have class-leading RFID read-write performance and data throughput, tag acquisition rate throughput. So we believe we do have a very, very commanding position within the product offerings that are around the globe. So the three flagship products that I want to mention are the 1128, the 1153, and the 1166. These three products all work with any platform, they all work with any software operating system, and they all talk, excuse me, they all talk exactly the same language. So the same application can be written for an 1128, and it will work with the other two, and so on. So they're all designed to fit within different application profiles. And if I move first to the what is currently our biggest selling product, we've made a great number of these products, and they're very well received across many, many different verticals and applications. It's a very modular device. The use of Bluetooth enables it to be independent of the physical form factor of the host device. So we can fit onto the top of this device all manner of different devices, whether that's a smartphone or a small tablet or a ruggedized terminal. All of them have the ability to operate in batch mode, and they can store many tags. Typically they might store several million tags with the internal storage. They have an internal SD card and a real-time clock. So every tag that is read gets, the data record gets stamped with the date and time. So you can operate and acquire millions of tags and then download those to a laptop, or the software that we provide will also allow you to upload it to the cloud so that it's available to other devices around the globe. We have also a barcode-only version of this product. Because of the nature of the way the antenna snaps on and off the front, we also have different attachments that can be snapped on and off the front, including a long-range barcode imager which will read up to 15 meters distance. That's 15 meters distance. As I've said, wide-ranging compatibility. We don't mind what type of terminal we're talking to. And we have a range of different mounts available for all manner of different terminals. And that includes enterprise-type devices such as the Honeywell D75E, Motorola TC50. We can make mounts for any device that the end user wants to use. We have a 3D printing capability, and so long as we can get a sample of the device, then we can provide you with a mount that will allow you to mount different terminals onto each of our products. Okay. We offer all three of the products that I'm talking about either with a 2D imager fitted or without a 2D imager fitted. So for devices where you want to use a enterprise type device which may already have a barcode engine in, you would choose the RFID antenna only. Where you're perhaps using a smartphone which doesn't have an internal 2D barcode imager, then we would suggest the antenna which comes with the 2D barcode. All of the antennas are circularly polarized for independence of the way the tag is orientated, and we have regional variations which are essentially FCC for the US and Central America and Latin America, and then we have an ETSI for European, but we have probably about 12 or 14 different specific territorial versions. Usually it's just a regulatory compliance thing rather than any change to the hardware. We also offer this Intermec EX25 as an option with 1128, which allows you to read, as I say, up to 15 meters away for barcodes. But the standard imager is actually a Motorola 2D imager, which is a good high-performance imager. This is just a summary of the environmental specifications. You can see there it's typically 4 to 5 meters read range, depending on the type of transponder that's used. And then it's an IP54 C-link, it's drop resistant and tumble resistant. There's an internal micro SD card, micro SD card that can be used. Go back one. And there's a multi-slot battery charger as well. And we have just introduced a docking cradle. Formerly this product has a micro USB charge point. We have in the last month just introduced a new passive docking cradle which will come bundled with the 1128 product. 1153 is a product which is unique in the marketplace. It's a wearable device that you wear on the back of the hand. It's a shorter read range, about 50 to 60% of the read performance of the 1128, but the wearability allows you to be able to remain dexterous and carry boxes. It's proved very, very popular with logistics companies, postal services, where they want the operatives to be able to move boxes around a warehouse but still be able to acquire 2D barcodes and UHF RFID tags. This product also has an SD card, and as you can see, the storage allows an enormous number of tags to be stored. 320 million tags can be saved to this card, so it can seriously be used in a batch mode. Let's move on here. So this is used typically as in a two-handed operation where the operator would either have a wearable terminal strapped to their other arm or back of hand, or they would hold a smartphone in the other hand and then use the 1153 with the remaining hand. We also have mounts for the 1153 to allow it to be mounted onto the back of tablet devices. And again, this is still Bluetooth connected, so we still can connect to any Android, iOS or Microsoft tablet or ruggedized tablet. There's a better picture of how it's mounted on the back of an iPad, for example. This is a less rugged solution, as you can see. This is more for within the four walls and not specifically for applications within distribution centers or warehouses. And we have a number of custom mounts as well for individual ruggedized tablets. So the most rugged device within the range is the 1166. This has a very high environmental spec. It operates, it probably has a performance of 20% greater than the 1128, but the difference with this product is that the battery will last about 4 times longer. It's a waterproof IP67 1.8 meter drop spec, so it's a highly ruggedized device, this, and it comes with a docking cradle which not only charges but also allows data download from the internally mounted SD card. Again, you're able to store maybe 30 million plus tags within this device, so it can truly be used in a batch mode. This product also allows for direct connection where you don't want to use Bluetooth, and in fact I'll talk in a while about the pop lock mounting, which allows both the 1128 and the 1166 to be directly connected to the host platform. So the pop lock mounting system, essentially it's a fancy press stud. But it's a press stud which has some unique features to it. And it essentially allows you to press the host device onto the top of the 1128 or onto the 1166 to make a one-piece solution. One of the advantages that when the product is dropped, it will separate without any catastrophic damage to either part, as opposed to some of the solutions that are out there. If you drop them, you can cause catastrophic damage to the interface between the handheld terminal and the host device. And both the 1166 and the 1128 have exactly the same pop lock, so all of the accessory mounts that we've made for the 1128 also fit the 1166. And these are just a few examples of some of the mounts that we've made. We probably have about 12 or 15 different types of mounts now for the pop lock arrangement, including fully custom ones. As you can see in the top right hand corner there, the DataLogic Scorpio X3 is a fully customized injection molded part that was made for DataLogic. There it is again. Then I think there's several slides here which are just close-ups of that summary slide, which are just here for to show you more clearly the mounts. And here's just a few images of different devices mounted on top of the 1166. As I say, everything that you see for the 1166 is also true for the 1128 as well. And there we go. We have a universal mount. It's much more consumer orientated. It's just all it is an adaptation of the type of in-car mounts that you would have for your cell phone. But for some customers, it's fine. Perhaps where they only want to make the connection every now and again. This is a perfectly adequate solution. We've also introduced, or are about to introduce, our e-pop lock system, and this will allow for charge and data connection via the pop lock. And as you can see, there's multiple contacts which are highlighted with the blue circles. And this gives two advantages. One, it gives a non-Bluetooth connection where people don't want to use the wireless connection. And then the second advantage is that when you come to charge the UHF reader, you also charge the host device. So it results in a single point charge solution. We have a lot of larger retailers for whom that's very important, which is why we've developed this solution. It will become generally available, probably it'll be just into the second quarter of 2017. It's unlikely to be fully available in Q1 of next year. And you can see here, for example, with the Honeywell D75, what we do is to pick up, I'll go back, pick up on the contacts on the back of the terminal, and then we fit a different type of holder, you can see there, which has the electrical contacts brought through. And then there's a mating part to this EPOP block on the top of the 1166 and on top of the 1128. I would encourage you to have a look on the free apps which are downloadable. We have a number, half a dozen apps, there's not all, there's a few more than this, for iOS and for Android and for Microsoft. And these are free apps which you can download straight away to a smartphone or a tablet, and as soon as you get the device you can download it and get going and start reading and writing tags and running inventories and doing all sorts of things. These applications were developed really to demonstrate the performance of the TSL readers, although some people are actually using them in the enterprise. They do allow you to send data up to the cloud. They're quite powerful in what they can do, but we find for the largest deployments people will naturally write their own application, their own custom application. Yeah, I'll whiz through this. You can look at these on the relevant store. They have the screenshots and things. This is one of them, RFID Explorer. The tag finder we have allows you to identify a specific tag amongst a lot of tags, and this is probably one of the best tag finders currently available on the market. It works incredibly well. We have a lot of people wanting to license this piece of code to put into their own custom applications. And then we have WebWedge, which allows you, if you've got a web interface to your enterprise application, this is a very, very easy, quick way of getting data from the reader into the web-based application. Yeah, I'll whip through these. They're not that relevant. So our protocol is a special protocol which has been widely adopted now by probably in excess of 300 developers around the world, and it is unique in the way that it works. It's very easy to use and very, very powerful. We call it the ASCII2 protocol. It's a very well supported protocol with a great deal of documentation. We have software development kits for the major native operating systems for Android, Java, Android, iOS and Windows. And we have also, within the last 6 months, introduced Xamarin, which is a cross-platform mobile development environment. And the advantage of the Xamarin is that you write your code once in C#, and then you can target that application to each of the different platforms, which means you only have one code base to maintain. And we are finding that more and more developers now are wanting to use Xamarin as their development platform of choice. These are just some of the third-party apps that have been written by people around the world. We have, I think, currently in excess of 80 applications which are third-party apps that have been written, and these are enterprise applications which are used out in the enterprise. We know about all of the iOS ones because they have to come to us to get permission to publish. We believe there are a great deal more Android ones which we're not so much in control of. We support excuse me, we support our developers with very extensive software development kits with great amount of detail, lots of source code examples, technical notes, guides. These are all available for support and download from tsl.com. You just have to sign up for a free password and registration, and then you can download this material. So I would encourage you to have a look at tsl.com and look at the support download page. And then finally we have a service from the start which we've just launched, which is based out of Atlanta, Georgia. We call that program Complete Care. Excuse me. The Complete Care program, it offers two levels. It offers a standard level, and it also offers out a swap out and comprehensive cover to the product. It's only currently offered in the US and Canada, but we're increasing the number of territories which this is offered on a month-by-month basis. So it provides much the equivalent type of program that a Honeywell or a Datalogic or a Motorola would offer for their products. And there's some information on this at tsl.com, which again is worth having a quick look at. That's just a summary of the different features of each of the two care programs. That's Complete Care and Complete Care Plus. Okay, that's all I have in terms of slides. I'm very happy to entertain any questions. If I can answer anything, please do fire away.
David, thank you for the information you share is very valuable. Asistente, en este momento les vamos a invitar a que nos hagan llegar sus preguntas, español o inglés, como ustedes decidan, para que el doctor David nos esté respondiendo sus dudas acerca de los productos que nos acaba de presentar. Con todo gusto vamos a estar respondiendo sus dudas. Damos unos minutos para poder ver cuáles son sus preguntas. Humberto Cota nos pregunta que cómo puede ver la información de estos productos y el detalle. Humberto, nosotros podemos compartirte con todo gusto fichas técnicas del producto que te haya interesado. Asimismo, podemos darte alguna orientación sobre cualquiera de estos lectores. Si gustas, nos puedes hacer llegar tu mediante nuestro correo de en ventas@compra-RFID, preguntas sobre alguno de nuestros productos y con gusto te hacemos llegar la información. Mientras damos un poquito más de tiempo para que podamos recibir sus preguntas, aprovecho para decirles y recordarles que a partir de enero vamos a estar haciendo nuevas dinámicas en el tema de los webinars. Entonces vamos a estarles enviando información. En diciembre pues ya prácticamente vamos a retomar algunas actividades, pero no estaremos transmitiendo. Y bueno, nos pregunta Freddy Martínez, agradecemos tu participación. Nos pregunta Freddy, David, ¿nos escuchas? David?
Yes, yep, I'm here.
Okay, hi David, this is Gabriel also from Compra-RFID. I'm going to be helping to translate some of the questions we have of the attendees. We have here Freddy Martinez. He's asking about the Bluetooth readers. If these Bluetooth readers only work with mobile phones that you showed at the presentation, or they can be connected to any other smartphone or mobile.
They work with absolutely any mobile phone which has Bluetooth.
Okay, so the requirements are.
So they work with all mobile phones, all tablets, all laptops.
Okay, so the requirement is that the mobile unit or laptop or computer has a Bluetooth connection, and if it has an SO related to iOS, Windows Mobile, Android, and the last one that you launched the last 6 months, it will be suitable for those kind of units.
Absolutely, yeah. All three of those products work with absolutely any smartphone that is on the market, any tablet that is on the market, any laptop that is on the market, or any desktop that is on the market.
Okay.
Independent, absolutely independent of operating system, whether it's Microsoft, whether it's Android, or whether it's iOS.
Okay, that's great. Let me translate this information. Entonces, Freddy, la respuesta que nos comenta el doctor David es, se puede utilizar con cualquier teléfono, con cualquier tableta, con cualquier computadora. El requerimiento entonces es que tengamos el lector con conexión a través de Bluetooth, y los sistemas operativos disponibles son Android, iOS, Windows Mobile y este último que lanzaron en los 6 meses anteriores. Entonces no está condicionado para que sea utilizado con solamente los equipos que se mostraron en la presentación, sino está abierto a cualquier equipo que tenga conexión de Bluetooth y los sistemas operativos mencionados. We have another question, David, also from Freddy Martinez. Which is the reading distance for the 3 different units that you showed in the presentation?
Yeah, so the read distance for the 1128 is about 4 to 5 meters. 4 to 5 meters, depending on tag, but 4 to 5 meters. The read distance for the 1153 is 2 to 2.5 meters. That's 2 to 2.5 meters for the 1153. And for the 1166, that's the very ruggedized device, the read distance is 5 to 6 meters. So the 1166 is a 5 to 6 meters. So these are all, you can see the relative read range. Obviously, that's assuming the same type of tag. If you make the tag bigger, you tend to get better read distance. You make the tag very much smaller, you get less read distance. But the proportions will stay in those ratios.
Ok, great. Entonces, Freddy nos compartía, David, ahorita las distancias de lectura promedio entre los equipos. Hablaba de distancias de 2 a 5 o 6 metros dependiendo del equipo, y nos comenta que es muy importante que determinemos la combinación del tag adecuado para obtener la distancia o el desempeño de lectura más efectivo, en donde el tag, entre más grande sea o entre más grande sea la antena, pues mayores distancias de lectura vamos a tener, limitadas a un máximo de 6 metros de los equipos que tiene TSL. David, another question is there a software that we can use to install in a smartphone to take or to make inventory?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the RFID Explorer is quite a feature-rich application, and amongst the features in there is the ability to run inventories and be able to change all of the parameters of how you run that inventory for a UHF tag set. So you can change, the sessions, you can change the queues, you can change all manner of things to deal with duplicates and sending tags to sleep and changing state from A to B and all of those things. So RFID Explorer is quite a powerful demonstration program that allows you straight out of the box to do those things with any smartphone or tablet or desktop or laptop.
Okay, let me complete another question that we have, so we have a full answer about these two questions. The other question is, what's the communication protocol that is going to be used between this Explorer solution from TSL and a possible application or app that a person maybe has already developed for his smartphone or tablet?
So if you'd already written an application for the enterprise and you want to use these devices, these free applications that, excuse me, that I've talked about, they wouldn't really be relevant. You would use the ASCII protocol and bolt the reader directly into that host software. And the advantage of the ASCII protocol is that it is very, very easy and simple to use, and to be able to get the data from the reader into the host application. If you don't have a custom application, then you would use these free apps that we've published just in isolation. And you can take the data from the free apps, you can either store it to the device, or you can send it out to OneDrive and share it in the cloud. In iOS, for example, you can use the send to, so you can send it to Clipboard, you could send it to Excel, you could send it to messaging, you could send it to your Dropbox. So it's quite flexible what you can do.
Okay, thank you, David. Entonces la respuesta en general, podemos utilizar las aplicaciones para cualquier equipo que tenga Bluetooth o los sistemas operativos que se mencionan, y dentro de la compra del equipo sin ningún costo y como plataformas abiertas, como plataformas libres, se encuentran estas APIs de integración que van a permitir a cualquier persona que pueda desarrollar o que tenga el conocimiento de desarrollar, generar las interfaces entre soluciones que ya se hayan implementado, que se hayan desarrollado en los teléfonos móviles, en cualquiera de estos sistemas operativos, y conectarlos con los equipos de TCL vía estas APIs libres que estaría entregando TCL en la compra de los equipos y que pueden ser descargadas directamente desde los servicios como Apple Store, como Google Play, etcétera, que están ya arriba las aplicaciones. Tenemos otra pregunta. Luis Miguel Tesoco, muchas gracias por la participación. La solución de RFID y el software que incluyen en el kit de soluciones para una implementación de entradas y salidas de un equipo en X lugar, ¿se requiere comprar algún servidor adicional o es modificable de acuerdo a la empresa? Sí, se responde también la pregunta con las respuestas anteriores. Si tú tienes tu propio desarrollo de software, vas a poder conectar los dispositivos de TCL a tu desarrollo de software, y entonces ya es una elección de cada una de las empresas dónde van a almacenar la información. Puedes tener conectividad en línea, considerando que el equipo TCL se puede conectar a un celular que a su vez tenga comunicación celular vía GPRS. Entonces la información puede estar viajando en línea directamente a tu servidor vía la red celular, si así tu software está desarrollado, o la información puede ser almacenada directamente en el celular o en la tablet para que después corras un proceso de sincronización con algún servidor donde estés alojando todos los datos. David, this last question was related to the connection between the software developed by a solution provider, the communication between the software to the server. So basically my response was that as the Bluetooth reader should be or could be connected to a mobile device that has GPRS connection, you can have online connection to the server, or you can maybe get information to the mobile device and then connect and sync the information to your server.
That is absolutely correct. That's correct.
Okay, we have another question. How many tags could the reader read simultaneously?
So the read, are you talking about the read rate? How many tags per second? Is
Yes.
that right? I'm asking? Yeah. So it's different between Android and iOS. So for Android, I think the tag acquisition rate is about 200 tags a second, around that approximately. And I think for iOS, because with Apple iOS there is a wrapper IAP layer that iOS puts in the way, and it slows it down, and I think it's about, from memory, 80 to 90 tags per second. But that's a restriction of the Apple side of it. But typically for Android, I think it's about 200 plus tags per second.
Okay.
Over Bluetooth.
David nos responde que considera para aplicaciones que corran sobre Android la posibilidad de leer hasta 200 números por segundo o más, y en el caso de aplicaciones que corran sobre iOS se reduciría más o menos a la mitad, sobre 80 o 90 lecturas por segundo. Entonces la recomendación sería utilizar aplicaciones con Android, derivado que es una función de cada uno de los equipos con iOS o con Android, la respuesta de la velocidad que tenemos de lectura. Jefferson, gracias por la participación. Tenemos aquí una pregunta complementaria a la cantidad de tags que podemos leer por segundo, en donde nos preguntas qué tan probable es leer la posición del tag. Si nos puedes regalar un poquito más de detalle de esta pregunta. Ahorita la consultamos con David. Lo que comprendo por lo que mencionas es si podemos leer físicamente en una ubicación dónde está posicionado el tag, una especie de geolocalización. Si la pregunta va relacionada a esta respuesta que estoy comentando, gracias Antonio, ya lo veo. Bien, en realidad el lector va a estar leyendo los distintos tags de manera simultánea y no tiene un método de triangulación o de posicionamiento que te pueda indicar en qué posición estás leyendo el tag. Digamos, si estás leyendo un pallet, no podríamos identificar si el tag que estamos leyendo con número, como ejemplo, el 125, estuviera en la caja superior izquierda. Lo único que vamos a poder identificar es la lectura de los tags que se encuentren en la zona de cobertura. Lo que sí podríamos hacer es, si tú tienes un equipo de TCL conectado a un equipo celular, que a su vez el equipo celular tenga el módulo GPS, además de comunicación celular vía GPRS, lo que podrías hacer es estar en campo, en un lugar abierto, y estar leyendo objetos, y a través de utilizar alguna API de integración de GPS, podrías leer la posición en donde te encuentras en el momento que hiciste la lectura y llevar a tus registros en qué geolocalización o en qué posición global, utilizando el GPS, fue donde encontraste esos activos. Entonces, el lector per se no te va a dar la posición del tag o la ubicación del objeto del tag, pero sí podrías utilizar la geolocalización en el desarrollo de tu software para hacer una correlación entre la ubicación donde leíste el tag y las coordenadas de GPS o de satélite en donde hiciste esa lectura. No sé si eso responde a tu pregunta. Excelente, gracias Antonio. No tenemos más preguntas, los invitamos un par de minutos más. Nos pregunta Teresa Padilla, gracias Teresa por la participación, solicito saber si diferentes lotes de tags podrían ser leídos por un mismo equipo. Sí es correcto, lo importante, Teresa, es que los tags trabajen en la misma frecuencia y en el mismo estándar. Los equipos de TCL trabajan sobre la frecuencia UHF, que es una frecuencia estandarizada para 916 MHz. Entonces, mientras los tags que estés leyendo estén basados en esa misma frecuencia, vas a poder leer todos estos tags. Si el lector que tienes trabaja en una frecuencia distinta, pues sería importante que los tags y el lector trabajaran en esa frecuencia. Usualmente las tarjetas de proximidad que utilizamos para abrir puertas trabajan en frecuencias HF, por ejemplo, a 13.56 MHz, y hay otros lectores que trabajan a frecuencias como UHF, los lectores de Bluetooth que nos había mostrado David hace un momento. Entonces, sí puedes leer distintos lotes de tags. De hecho, lo que vas a leer en el tag va a ser únicamente el número identificador, y este número identificador a través de tu base de datos estará correlacionado a las propiedades de tu producto, llámese imagen, marca, modelo, serie, lote de producción, fecha de caducidad, colores, dimensiones, en fin, todas las propiedades del objeto. Entonces, el tag te va a dar el número identificador y lo vas a correlacionar a través de tu sistema y tu aplicación. Antonio, gracias. Nos haces otra pregunta. ¿Qué protocolos de los tags maneja la marca? David, there's a question that if TSL products are just suitable for UHF frequency, or you have products that are also suitable for HF, LF, or maybe other frequency.
Yeah, we do have products for LF. So can you see this screen now?
Yes.
Yeah. So the products in the top row are UHF, the products in the next row are HF, and the products below that are LF. We are considering an additional product to what you see here. The 1153 we are going to also make available as an HF product with or without barcode engine. So that will also be available within the product range. We may consider doing HF and LF versions of the 1128 if we can find enough demand for it. The rest of them are, you can see, are snap-on type products, so they're more specific to a Motorola terminal. But we want to extend the range of products available with Bluetooth to the LF, well, to the HF and possibly also to the LF.
Excellent, David. Thank you very much. Entonces, Antonio, ahí en la pantalla tenemos los tres distintos protocolos o frecuencias que tiene TSL equipos. Los que vemos en la parte superior son UHF a 916 MHz y básicamente son la línea fuerte o robusta con conectividad de Bluetooth. Los otros equipos de HF a 13.56 MHz o LF a 125 kHz son módulos que tienen conectividad directo con otros equipos u otras marcas, en este caso Motorola, pero no son equipos que tengan esta comunicación de Bluetooth. David nos comparte que si hubiera proyectos en donde el volumen es suficientemente razonable para fabricar un equipo de Bluetooth que utilice la frecuencia HF o LF a nivel de lectores de RFID, estarían dispuestos a considerarlo. Teresa, gracias nuevamente por la participación. Nos preguntas que si los tags proporcionan ubicación geográfica. No, el tag simplemente proporciona entre algunos otros campos el número identificador único y este identificador número o este identificador único puede estar correlacionado a una base de datos y esta base de datos puede tener las propiedades del activo, pero no, RFID no es una tecnología de ubicación satelital. Lo que podemos hacer es correlacionar la posición donde leímos el tag utilizando algún equipo que tenga GPS para leer las coordenadas satelitales donde hicimos la lectura de ese tag y tener una posición de donde fue leído. Pero el tag per se no nos va a proporcionar ubicación geográfica. Hay manera de integrar una red de lectores para leer tags que estén fuera de su lote. Si nos puedes explicar un poquito más la pregunta, Teresa, para poderle darle respuesta, que nos expliques un poco más a qué se refiere y con mucho gusto ahorita le damos seguimiento. Freddy Barraez, gracias por tu participación. Dice, si ellos han utilizado estos equipos en un proyecto que alimenta a su vez también con lectores UHF fijos en otros sectores, todos conectados en la misma solución que se desarrolle. David, we have a question from Freddy Barraez. He's asking if you have hybrid solutions where a customer maybe has already installed fixed readers, maybe like portals or integrated readers, and you are sharing a solution where you have the TSL Bluetooth readers also connected to the same software and database where the other units are.
Yeah, we have many customers who have a combination of other people's fixed readers, door portals, top door portals and things, and they're using our handheld terminals, and they're just using our ASCII protocol software development kits to bolt the readers into their software. So absolutely our readers will coexist and play happily with portal readers. No, there's no problem there.
Okay, great. We have another question from Antonio related to the protocol. The UHF reader supports Class 1 Gen 2 ISO standards?
Yeah. Yes, it does. Absolutely, it does. Yeah, it's fully supportive of Class 1 Gen 2 protocol. So all of the features you can do with the native API, for example, to talk to an impinge tag or an NXB tag, are all supported by these UHF RFID readers via the ASCII protocol.
Okay, Freddy, entonces, perdón Antonio, lo que comentabas, sí, efectivamente UHF es clase 1 generación 2, el estándar es el estándar actual ISO 18006C. En lo que respecta a la otra pregunta que nos compartes, si es ISO 14443, sería un estándar para las frecuencias de HF y LF. David, the standard, the ISO that it's suitable for the HF and LF readers you have, can you share with us which standard are you using? Is it the ISO 14443?
Yeah. It depends which product. So some of the readers only support ISO 15693, but I think 4 of them support ISO 14443A and B as well as ISO 15693.
Thank you very much. Freddy, nos haces una pregunta adicional. ¿Permite el uso de equipos fijos y su integración con diferentes marcas siempre que manejemos la misma frecuencia? Bien, es una pregunta relacionada a una respuesta anterior. Sí, efectivamente puedes convivir estos equipos de Bluetooth con otros equipos de otras marcas, inclusive de otro tipo de equipos como portales fijos, lectoras integradas o algunos otros componentes. Con respecto a la frecuencia, la condicionante es que los tags que estés leyendo sean bajo la misma frecuencia. Sin embargo, hoy existen aplicaciones donde hay tags que son multifrecuencias o multiprotocolos. Hay tags que combinan frecuencias UHF y HF, y entonces existen soluciones ya en el mercado desarrolladas por integradores donde el personal puede identificarse con su credencial de acceso utilizando HF, que es una frecuencia que tenían previamente en sus credenciales, y pueden correlacionar probablemente alguna laptop o algún otro componente utilizando frecuencias UHF. Entonces, es un tema de manejo de datos, hacia dónde va la información, y puedes tener distintos componentes de hardware e inclusive distintas frecuencias, siempre y cuando los tags con los lectores sean coincidentes en sus frecuencias, o manejes tags y lectores multiprotocolos o multifrecuencias para obtener los datos. Bien, pues no tenemos más preguntas. Si tienen preguntas adicionales, les agradecemos y les invitamos que nos las envíen vía correo electrónico aquí con Ivette, que estuvo acompañándolos durante el seminario. Nuestro correo electrónico es ventas@comprarfid.com. Lo tienen mediante la invitación que hemos estado compartiendo con ustedes este webinar, agradeciendo siempre la participación y que estén leyendo la información y los contenidos de los envíos de boletines, invitaciones a nuevos webinars y conocimiento de las marcas que vamos integrando a nuestra plataforma para poner a su disposición los componentes de mayor tecnología, mayor calidad y mayor reconocimiento a nivel internacional aquí para ustedes. Entonces, los invitamos a contactarnos si solicitan fichas técnicas, información de producto. Con mucho gusto estamos a sus órdenes respecto del contacto, y esperamos entonces cualquiera de sus preguntas. David, thank you very much for all the information you have shared with us, for the presentation and all the answers. We don't have any more questions right now, so we are inviting our attendees to send any other questions they have by our email, and we're going to be sharing all the questions to you to be solved. Yeah. And we expect any other requirements about maybe data sheets, prices of the products, or any other information our attendees require. So thank you for your time.
You're very welcome. All right.
Gracias a todos. Que tengan muy buen día.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.